Hi everyone, myself N. Vinay Kumar, and here I am to continue my lecture on the third unit, that is nothing but illumination. Okay, before going into this topic, okay, what are the things that we have discussed in your unit 2? Let me summarize. Okay, we have seen how we are going to convert the electrical energy into heat energy. At the same time, we are using that heat energy illumination. Okay, here in this unit we are going to see how we are going to convert the electrical energy into light energy. Okay, we will see in detail in this unit. Okay, at the same time, introduction. Okay, introduction to light. Light is the prime factor in the human life as well as activities of human beings ultimately depends upon the light. Okay, without the light nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. For example, if you have considered the earth, okay, during the daytime only the light energy is available, but during the night time the light energy is not available. Then what we need to do? We need to convert the one form of energy to another form. Okay, here for that purpose I was considering the electrical energy and I was going to convert that electrical energy into light energy. Okay, that will come under the category of artificial lighting or artificial light. Okay, and at the same time, in order to make the life possible, okay, during the night times we need to produce the artificial light. Okay, where there is no natural light, use of artificial light is made. Okay, at the same time, artificial light produced electrically on accounts of it cleanness, at the same time reliability, at the same time low cost and ease of control. Okay, at the same time illumination. Okay, here I was considering the example where we can see the application of an artificial light. Here in this application, okay, I had considered the street lights. Okay, for that street lights I was giving the electrical energy and it was generating the light energy. Okay, now you might be getting a question over here, sir, how we are going to convert the electrical energy into light energy? By using the electrical lights or electrical lamps. Okay, all those things we'll see. As of now, let us consider it an example. It as an example. Okay, at the same time, the basic idea in converting the electrical energy into light energy is given over here. Okay, when some materials are heated, heated above certain temperature, they starts radiating the energy. Okay, because of that radiation the light energy will be released. Okay, this phenomena is called as lumination or luminance. Okay, and the most of the electrical lamps we are going to use this phenomena in order to generate the light energy. At the same time, nature of the light. Okay, the nature of the light is nothing but light is a form of radiant energy. Okay, various forms of incandescent bodies are the sources of light, and the light emitted by the bodies depends upon the temperature of the bodies. Okay, here the thing is you need to know about what is so called incandescent bodies. These are the bodies which are nothing but the particles which are going to generate the light energy. Okay, how they are going to generate the light energy? Okay, they are going to generate the light energy if they are operated at higher temperatures. Okay, such a type of bodies are called as incandescent bodies. Okay, at the same time, phenomena of using the hot body. Okay, artificial light is produced by heating a solid above the room temperature, will radiate energy in the form of electromagnetic wave of various wavelengths. Okay, we are getting the light energy, but we are getting that light energy in the form of electromagnetic waves. Okay, those electromagnetic waves are of different wavelength. Okay, at the same time, the nature of this radiant energy depends upon the temperature of hot body. Okay, for example, if I want to get the more amount of light energy, what I need to do? At the same time, if I want to get the less amount of light energy, what I need to do? And the light energy released from the body will be purely depending upon the temperature of that body. Okay, at the same time, when the temperature is low, okay, radiated energy is in the form of heat waves only. But when certain temperature is reached, light waves are also radiated out in addition to the heat waves. Okay, at low temperatures, if you are heating the body, okay, there you will get only the heat energy. But if you are increasing the temperature above the certain temperature, okay, then what will happen is, along with the heat energy, the light energy will also be released. Okay, the same thing was written over there, and the body becomes luminous. As the body is emitting the light energy, the body will become luminous. At the same time, further increase in temperature increases the amount of both the kinds of radiations. That means if you are further increasing the temperature, the heat energy will be increased as well as the light energy will be increased. But the color of light or visible radiation changes from bright red to orange, then to yellow, and then finally, if you are further increasing the temperature, then the color of the light will changes to white. That means as you are increasing the temperature, you are getting different kinds of radiations. Okay, at certain temperature, initially, if you are getting the light in the with color red, okay, as you are increasing the temperature again, okay, that red color light is transferred into orange. Okay, later again, if you are increasing the temperature, that orange color light is transferred into the yellow light, and finally, if you are increasing the temperature again, then finally you will get the light in the form of white color. At the same time, as the temperature is increased, the wavelength of visible radiation goes on becoming shorter. Further increase in temperature produces radiations which are of wavelengths smaller than that of ultraviolet radiations. Okay, here the thing that you need to know is, okay, visible light is having certain wavelength. The wavelength of that visible light will be equals to 400 to 750. Okay, at the same time, if you want to write the same things in terms of Armstrong unit, then it will be equals to 4000 to 7500 Armstrong units. Okay, 1 Armstrong is equals to 10 power minus 10 millimeters. Okay, and one more thing, here you are getting different kinds of lights, but that light has to be visible for our naked eye. Okay, but we need to check the wavelength of that particular light. The reason is, if the wavelength of that particular light is in the range of 4000 to 7500 Armstrong's units, then only that particular light is visible to the normal human beings. Okay, but if the wavelength decreases below the 4000 Armstrong's unit, below 4000, or increases above 7500, then it will not be visible to the naked eye. Of human beings. Okay, this is nothing but the range of visible light. Okay, such radiations are invisible and are so called as ultraviolet radiations. Okay, such radiations are nothing but ultraviolet radiations. Okay, at the same time, hot objects emit more of their light at short wavelengths. Okay, at the same time, cold objects will emit more of their light at longer wavelength. Okay, at the same time, these light waves travel with a velocity of I think most of you might be knowing about the velocity of light. The velocity of light is nothing but V is equals to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Okay, most of the light will travels with a velocity of 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second approximately, but their wavelengths are different. Okay, we are generating the light but with different wavelengths. Okay, all those lights will have the constant velocity, which is nothing but V is equals to 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Okay, at the same time, the sensation of color, okay, the sensation of color is due to the difference in the wavelength. Okay, in your previous slide, I had given you the statement that I will be getting the light with different wavelengths. What will be the impact of that different wavelengths of that radiant light energy or radiant energy? The impact is I will get the light with different colors. Okay, that color is nothing but the sensation of the color is mainly due to the difference in the wavelengths of light radiations. Okay, at the same time, the wavelength of visible light waves will be varying in the range of 400 to 750 as well as 4000 to 7500 Armstrong unit. Okay, at the same time, 1 Armstrong unit is equals to 10 power minus 10 mm. Okay, this we have discussed in your previous slide. Okay. At the same time, here I just want to show you the pictorial representation or graphical representation of different lights and its corresponding wavelengths. Here if you have seen the or observed the wavelength of violet light, the wavelength of that violet light is 4000 Armstrong units. At the same time, the wavelength of red light will be in the range of something around 7000. Approximately its value will be equals to 7100 Armstrong units. Okay, and one more thing, the reason why I was showing this wavelengths is if the generated light energy wavelength exceeds this limits, what will happen is that light is invisible or that light is of no use. That means I need to generate the light energy in such a way that it should have the wavelength which is in the range of 4000 to 7500 Armstrong units. Okay, like that only I need to generate the light energy. In my next slide, I just had informed about the different lights wavelength. Okay, a red light will be having the wavelength of 7000 Armstrong units. At the same time, orange light is having the wavelength of 6200 Armstrong units. At the same time, the violet light is having the wavelength of 4100 Armstrong units. Okay, these are nothing but the wavelengths. Okay, moving on to the next slide. Here I just want to represent the different kinds of waves. At the same time, its corresponding frequency as well as wavelength. Okay, here if you have seen wavelength as well as frequency, both are inversely proportional to each other. Okay, and the visible range of the light is in this, and the visible spectrum is indicated over here. This visible spectrum is in the range of 400 to 700. Okay, approximately 400 to 750 nm. Okay, that is the thing that you need to observe in this slide. At the same time, relative sensitivity, the reacting power of an human eye to the light waves of different wavelengths varies from person to person and also varies with respect to the age. Okay, at the same time, the sensitivity of eye, yellow to green radiation, is taken as unity. Okay, I was going to consider the sensitivity of a human eye for yellow to green radiation as unity. Okay, and for other colors, I was going to represent it as in terms of fractions or in terms of percentages. In terms of fractions or in terms of percentage of yellow-green lights. Yellow-green lights sensitivity. Okay, the reason for this you can see it in your next slide. Okay, at the same time, yellow-green can be seen under such poor conditions or poor illumination conditions when blue or red cannot be seen under dim illumination. Okay, if the illumination is dim, okay, I cannot see the blue light as well as red light. But during the poor illumination conditions also, our naked eye is having the sensitivity to sense the yellow as well as green light. Okay, at the same time, violet disappears first and yellow disappears last as the illumination becomes very dim. Okay, as the level of illumination or the intensity of light is decreasing, the first light that is going to disappear is nothing but your violet light, and the last light that is going to disappear is nothing but your yellow light. Okay, you might be getting the question, sir, based upon which factor you are giving these statements. Okay, you will get the clear picture in your next slide. Okay, here in this slide I was going to represent the eye sensitivity curve. Okay, by considering the relative sensitivity on your y-axis, at the same time wavelength in Armstrong units on your x-axis. Okay, and I had plotted the curve, and in this curve the dark line which is nothing but this, the dark line, this indicates the visible curve. This indicates the visible curve. Okay, at the same time here at the x-axis I had written the different lights, that is violet, blue. Okay, based upon their wavelengths. Okay, we have seen the wavelengths of your violet light, that is 4100. At the same time your blue light, as well as green light, yellow light, orange light, as well as your red light in your previous slide. And if you have observed the curve, the sensitivity of human eye is approximately equals to is equals to 1 at a particular range, at a particular wavelength. Okay, and if you have seen the level of sensitivity for your green as well as your yellow lines, it is very high. If you are considering the level of sensitivity of your yellow as well as your green light, okay, it is somewhat high when compared with the other lights. Okay, here the sensitivity value is very, very high, something greater than 0.8. Okay, it was in this range, the level of sensitivity of your yellow as well as your green lights. Okay, and if you are considering the other lights, the level of sensitivity of your eye is somewhat low. That's why in your previous slide I had mentioned that point. I had given the point that the level of sensitivity of other lights will be calculated in terms of percentages as that of yellow and green lights. The reason is the level of sensitivity of yellow and green lights is equals to 1. That is clear from the graph. Okay, I can consider it as 1 or 100%. Okay, this is about the eye sensitivity curve. Okay, moving on to the next one, illumination. What is so called illumination? Okay, illumination differs from light very much, but in most of the cases we will use this light and illumination as a synonyms, but practically the light and illumination is having the difference. Okay, strictly speaking, light is the cause and illumination is the result of that light on the surface on which it falls. Okay, light is nothing but the cause and illumination is nothing but the result of that light that is falling on a particular surface. Okay, at the same time, thus illumination makes the surface looks more or less bright with certain color. Okay, at the same time, it is this brightness and color which the eye sees and interrupts and something useful or pleasant or otherwise. Okay, that brightness or color will be sensed by the human eyes. Okay, at the same time, here I just want to explain the illumination by considering the example. Okay, in our universe we are having different kinds of planets. Here in this example I was considering sun, moon and earth. Okay, during the night time what was happening is the moon was reflecting the light that it was observing from the sun. Okay, that is mainly because of the illumination. Okay, here sun is acting as the primary source, at the same time moon is acting as secondary source of illumination. Secondary source of illumination. And it was reflecting it back onto the earth. Okay, the good example is the moon, which illuminates earth by means of reflected light originating in the sun. Okay, it was reflecting a part of light and it was sending it to the earth during the night time. Okay, and one more thing here, the sun is acting as primary source of illumination. At the same time, okay, moon is acting as secondary source of illumination.